Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Hopkins' Texans going up against Amari Cooper's Raiders. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. This fielded at the 2. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And I remember when he was a prospect coming out of college and people were wondering about different parts of his game. What all came together nicely in 2016. Had the Raiders at 11-3, had them thinking Super Bowl before an injury finished his season. They're counting on him to take them to new heights.
Now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
What I've always liked about Michael Crabtree has been one word: strength. Strength in route running, strength in body, strength of hands. If that ball gets near him, it's hard to get it away from him, hard to dislodge it. And I think that's why he's starting to have more and more success in the NFL. If he's even close to being open, he comes down with the football.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
The Houston Texans in 2016 on defense defied convention. Why? J.J. Watt missed most of the season, so you would expect them to struggle a little bit. But in fact, this was the #1 overall defense in the NFL. They stopped the run, forced teams to throw the football, and really got after them with a terrific pass rush.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Six-year man Marquette King on to punt. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. Taken in at the 22. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans take possession. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former Pitt Panther, Tom Savage.
And Tom Savage is one of those guys that when you look at him, you see the potential that's there. You get a chance to watch him practice and see him throw the football. But he hasn't had many chances to play in games, and you just wonder if given a full shot, what exactly would it look like?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. Second and 10, going with Savage again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Savage. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime team, the Raiders. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. On first down, Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Now it's Carr. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. The outside linebacker drops him for a loss of 6. On third and long, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first and 10, Savage. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, here's Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Fresh set of downs here. Now it's Savage. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Second and just one. Savage now to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, Savage. Caught left side, Hopkins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Raiders and the Texans haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 3rd and 8. J.J. Watt getting to the QB for the sack. This will go for a loss of 7. Third down from the 46. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This will go for a loss of 7. Texans take over late in the second. Savage has got the completion here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. So that'll do it for us. Let's get back out to Oakland now as we turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raiders defense getting ready. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. second half begins with a run from Miller. Big hold of the 30, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Here's Savage on first down. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Savage now to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. From the gun on 3rd, Savage. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play fake to Miller. Now Savage. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! 3-19!
Again, it's Miller. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. This is Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On now in a big spot in this ball game is the kicker, Nick Novak. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Novak's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. A nice little juke. And now running right through him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A big play there. Carter Cooper, 61 yards. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.